We're finally at a point in this channel's history where I can review my favorite actor of all time, Eddie Murphy. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And this time on Does It Hold Up, we have started the trail to Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F, that will be releasing on Netflix July 3rd. Axel Foley is back in Beverly Hills Cop 4, and we are going to review the original 1984 release of Beverly Hills Cop right here, right now. And if you don't know what this is about, I'm gonna lay it down to you. After his childhood buddy is murdered while visiting Detroit, rebellious cop Axel Foley follows the lead to Beverly Hills, California. He checks in with his old friend Jenny Summers and starts to believe her boss, the art dealer Victor Maitland, might somehow be involved in the murder. However, Lieutenant Bogomil of the Beverly Hills Cop Police Station does not trust Foley and hinders his search for evidence. I think more important than the movie itself is where Eddie Murphy was when this movie was released. I think that's really important to talk about in this, because Eddie Murphy was well on his way to being the biggest star, especially the biggest black male actor in Hollywood at this time in 1984. This is right after his groundbreaking concert of Delirious. This thing took the world by storm in 1983. Not only was he already starting to do movies, his star power came through the screen on Saturday Night Live, and then when Delirious happened, he was shooting to the moon. And Beverly Hills Cop and the iconic soundtrack for Beverly Hills Cop was all over America, crossed race boundaries and all.
Beverly Hills Cop, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley gonna find those drugs.
With that being said, as I watched this movie for the first time in 4K, speaking of how I watched this movie, I'm doing a giveaway right here on this channel's ranking video, and you can enter it right now and with the subsequent videos by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and commenting your favorite Beverly Hills Cop movie down below. The winner will be announced on the ranking video, and I'm gonna make sure that we give something real good away to my subscribers of this channel. But beyond that, interesting tidbit that I found out in researching this movie is that the original actor that was supposed to play Axel Foley was Sylvester Stallone. I don't think in 1984 I could picture Sylvester Stallone high off of Rocky coming in and doing Beverly Hills Cop. But he did apparently do a movie that is just like it called Cobra. And I gotta be honest with you, I've never seen Cobra to this day. I believe the story is that Sylvester Stallone just didn't like how funny the script was, even though he would start to do comedy around 89, 90, 91. In 84, he was all about action and drama. And I'm kind of happy he passed on this. And one day we're gonna have to review Cobra on this channel, maybe even compare and contrast these two. But one thing about watching this movie in 4K is that I kind of tuned into a little bit more of what was happening. A lot of times you watch these older movies, as I've mentioned before in some reviews, that you just either experience the movie, like on something like VHS or DVD, or you start to realize aspects of the movie that are kind of don't hold up in today's atmosphere of movies. Luckily, Eddie Murphy's star power comes across the screen, and the fact that he ad-libs so much really does help it, because there's no way once you get to know Eddie through his films, you know when Eddie is just shooting the shit. And there's quite a few times in this movie where you can see the actors across from him kind of looking at him, waiting for that next piece of dialogue that they know he's supposed to say, but he's like throwing in things in between there. The movie starts out with Eddie Murphy being undercover for a drug deal, and the cops pull up, and it's the first time, and the first chase of the movie, but it's the first time we hear Patti LaBelle stir it up. Something like that song in an action movie chase scene, but here it is because it is 1984. It's a little jarring. Again, if I was watching this on a VHS or maybe DVD, I wouldn't notice it, but watching it on 4K in Dolby Vision with a soundbar, it's just things are amplified in more than one way. He's a fish out of water, even more so because he's a black man in a predominantly white dominated area, Beverly Hills, California. Nothing is super bombastic in this movie. I'm pretty sure as the series goes on, because I haven't seen Beverly Hills Cop as a series successfully like that in succession in well over a decade. But of course, I've seen all three movies previously. And this is the roughest one if you want to say how action-packed it is. There's not a lot of action until the very last scene. This movie's really heavily carried by his personality, Eddie's personality here, and the way he gets along with Taggart and Billy. There is one scene that sticks out in my mind right away, which is where he sticks a banana in the tailpipe so that they can't track him because, of course, they're doing a stakeout. They're watching him as they need to. There's also a scene that's in this short right here where they have to stay on top of him. Well, this time he's going to a strip club. And in that strip club, of course, he's got street smarts. So he can pick up on these things. There's two guys that enter the club. He instantly recognizes it. He makes the foil by acting a fool and then capturing the bad guys. And they finally realize in that moment, Billy and Taggart, that he's actually a good cop because he has great instincts. As the movie rolls on, Victor Maitland and Axel Foley, when they're on screen together, there's this thing that happens with Eddie Murphy's character, Axel Foley, where he calms all that silly stuff down and makes sure he's about business. He shines bright, man, and you're putting him around a bunch of different people and different characters, and that's what's so cool about this. And even though it doesn't have the biggest effects, I think it's time to find out whether this movie holds up or not. In terms of acting, I'm going to give this movie 5 bandanas out of 5. I think Eddie Murphy did amazing as well as everybody else in this film. As far as effects go, I'm going to give it a 2 bandana out of 5. There's nothing really that stands out too much here. And then in terms of story, I'm going to give it 5 bandanas out of 5 because it truly is a fish out of water story that works. And when it comes to the question of does Beverly Hills Cop 1 still hold up? Yes, it does. And Eddie is the reason why he's, it passes that because he's so natural on the screen. So guys, let me know down below, how do you feel about the original Beverly Hills Cop? Were you able to go and see this in theaters? I wasn't even born yet when this movie came out. I wouldn't be born for 2 years later. So I didn't really feel the impact of Eddie Murphy until later on, but I missed all of this Beverly Hills Cop stuff because I was just simply too young for it. So let me know down below, does Beverly Hills Cop 1 hold up for you in 2024? Are you excited about the brand new Axel F Netflix exclusive Beverly Hills Cop? And are you going to enter this giveaway for the Beverly Hills Cop collection that is going to be announced when we rank these videos? And if you want to be a part of all the behind the scenes and help the future of this channel, you can join the Thorn Theater membership. There's 2 levels right here. You can get everything from exclusive shorts, exclusive videos, polls to help the future of the channel, as well as go live on first-time watch-alongs. Be a part of this exclusive community that I'm trying to build right here on YouTube that loves movies and wants to talk about it together. Not only that, but you're going to get something that I don't think anybody else has, which is an exclusive laminated Thorn Theater membership card. And if you don't feel like making that commitment, you can always leave a super thanks super chat or head over to Buy Me a Coffee. That's right, on Buy Me a Coffee, when you do choose to donate to Thorn Theater reviews, not only will I use that money for coffee, but I can also respond to you in video form when you leave your note. letting me know why you made the decision to help this channel out. Guys, I'm working on my new single. I'm also absolutely loving that I'm starting to watch Eddie Murphy movies because he is my favorite actor of all time. And guys, in the end of things, I'm Alex Thorn, and you know what I gotta do. I gotta rock out so I can watch some movies and review them for you.